Good morning and welcome back to back. Feel like I just saw you, I don't know, 6 hours ago, not that long. Running a touch behind schedule, however, it's only back, so it's not super concerning anymore. Now that I don't have as much to focus on, you know what I'm saying? So headed in, or at least headed to Olympus. We're not going inside anywhere, but we're headed to, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, little outdoor action. But, alright, let's get on our way here. The humidity is crazy, and it appears that it rained last night. I don't really know what's going on. Anyway, on schedule this morning, super pull downs, row machine, low lat machine. And I'm thinking there is a certain flat back, it's like you'll see it when I actually get to it, but I think I'm gonna end up using it to isolate the lats. There's like that pull machine, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about. Real Tyler Blevins moment there. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Got distracted. Anyways, yeah. So it's the isolated lat pull down machine, and I think I'm gonna use it. So thinking that. I think that's gonna be it. We'll move on to cardio. Now, listen, I know what you're thinking. Didn't you wear the same exact outfit for back last week? I'm pretty sure I did. And first of all, the outfit's goated. Let's just make that very clear. But second, did not prepare last night. And typically, I lay out, my gym attire the night before, and I failed to do that last night, but it's alright. Let me just go on a unrelated rant. I am really ready for fall and winter. Now, that may be an incredibly hot take, and a lot of you may be saying, what are you talking about? Do not say those words. But for me, here in the Tennessee weather, summer can go. Summer can rid itself and hide away and hibernate for a good while. I am over the humidity, the heat. Now don't get me wrong, wearing a tank top and shorts, it's fun for a while. But after a while, it gets old. Alright? For me, I would love to wear these sweats all the time. Just me. I would love to wear a hoodie all the time. I'm just over it. I'm over the heat. I'm over the humidity. Let me tell you, it is 70 degrees at 4:29 in the morning. I know you're hearing that and you're like, oh my gosh, you are so late. I know. But it's okay. We're going to be focused. The pre has been taken. Now, let me also share this bit. South Beach Slush pre-workout, raw nutrition. Man, you would have thought I had tropical shake just before going to the gym. Gosh. Haven't tried that flavor before. Picked it up. It's pretty dang good, man. Now, I'll preface, strong on the coconut. If you didn't catch, tropical in the previous comment, very, very tropical there. You got some pineapple, you got some coconut, and I'm sure there's some other tropical fruit in there of some sort. And these manholes protrude out of the road like a freaking sore thumb, let me tell you what. Yeah, strong on the coconut flavor, and it's funny because when you mix it, it's red, and you're like, what? From where? Where did that come from? Who's to say? But anyways, back to relevant conversation. Back. Part of me has been wanting to do like barbell rows. I might have talked about it before. I might have talked about it last week, and I don't recall exactly. However, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel right now the exercises I'm using, doing, what the heck ever. I feel like what I'm doing right now is pretty well-rounded, hitting all aspects of the back. I don't know, man. It's one of those, if I feel it's necessary, I guess right now, this is a really good learning opportunity because with the new split, it allows opportunity for me, because here's the big thing. I don't want to overdo it, right? Doing 6 to 8 exercises? I don't know, man. Again, you have to understand, 2 years and some change, I was doing the same thing over and over again. Now, let me be clear, Mr. Brock. There's been growth, for sure. There's been growth. I've lost weight, gained muscle, but I was doing the same thing for so long, I figured at the 2-year mark, it was time for a change. And so, now that we're here, I find myself sometimes going back to the drawing board, because still, we're going back and we're going to do the same similar exercises. But I know that they're effective. However, I am appreciative now. Like, even for example, last night we did chest. And, I would love to have some plates at the house so that way I can incorporate, incline barbell bench. Or if I wanted to, flat barbell bench, decline, what have you. I could also do RDLs and squats at the house. There's a couple things I could do, right? But for now, I was able to really focus. I went pretty heavy on chest press last night. And I think that's kind of, that's kind of the balance I'm going through right now. Is once again, it's the forever question to myself of, are we bulking or are we cutting? Now, I've claimed lean bulk for a while now, solely because I don't really know what else to call it. I'm losing weight, gaining muscle, but it's not at such a rapid pace that it's a clear distinction between one or the other. Now, I also don't say bulk because I'm not lifting incredibly heavy weight, But for today, for example, when we do the low lat machine, I'm probably going to hit 2 plates, and I would like to see at least one set where I put a 25 on there too. So 2 plates and a 25. Again, progressive overload, but even then, am I doing it properly? Who's to say? Well, Either Pepe Le Pew is at Olympus, or there's some other skunk that's here as well. Either way, we've made it to Olympus. Enough of a yap fest. Let's get on inside and get going on this lift. Pretty excited for it. Final time, let's see, right before I park, or actually right after I park. Let's see here. Are we in the lines? No, I am ridiculously over. So one thing about parking here, is it early in the morning? 100%. But it doesn't mean I have the right to be a hoodlum and park like such. That's better. I also too, there's a light post right here, and like there's a concrete block surrounding it. Yeah, that's better. And I obviously don't want to dent the frick out of my car. All right, 4:36. Might sound late, but we're okay. Let's get inside and let's do this back. All right, back, cardio complete. We will read our word of encouragement. We'll get on the road. Title of today, day 75, Don't Worry, Worship. And this is what it reads. I remember a morning when I sat down to pray and instead began to worry about whatever my current situation was and to consider what I was going to do about it. Suddenly I heard that still small voice inside my spirit say, Joyce, are you going to worship your problem or me? See, God was more than willing to handle my problem if I was willing to forget it and spend time worshiping Him. When we worship the Lord, we release the emotional or mental burden that weighs us down. It is swallowed up in the awesomeness of God. When we keep our eyes on Him in worship, we will always see His plan for our lives work out all things for our good. The Bible says there's no lack for those who truly worship the Lord with godly fear. Do you want to be sure all your needs will be met? Then we'll remember to worship, not worry. Regardless of the difficulties you face, just keep praising God and giving Him glory. Faith will rise in your heart and you will overcome. Prayer starter. God, I will not worry. Instead, I choose to worship You. You are great and mighty, and I know that my needs are met because of Your goodness and love for me. Psalms 34, verse 9. You who are His holy ones, fear the Lord. For those who fear Him lack nothing. All right. Get a move on here. Drink some water. All right. Good lift. Good workout. Hello. Who is it? We'll find out later. All right. Let's talk about the lift, and then we'll talk about word of encouragement. So, trying to figure out my camera angle once again. Lift today, fantastic. I don't know that, well, I'm sure I have had a bad back day, but today was not one of them. Today was a good one. So today, I specifically went heavier than normal. Wanted to test myself, see where I was at. Let's see. Went to level 12 immediately on the super pull down. Worked my way to, I think, level 14. Now, some may call that unimpressive, solely because level 12 to 14, for whatever reason, the person that wrote the levels on there forgot level 13. So it goes straight from 12 to 14, so we could just call it level 13, but neither here nor there. That is a step up from where I've been before, so it feels pretty good. From there, moved to row machine. I don't know what I was feeling. I don't know what was in my pre-workout this morning, but instead of 150, went straight to 180. I said, screw it, we're jumping right on up. And then from there, went to 200. Now, 200 looked pretty ugly. We'll be honest here. There's nothing pretty about 200, but again, I wanted to just throw the weight around, see what I could do. 180 didn't feel too bad necessarily, but nonetheless, still gave it something, still gave it my all on that one. From there, low lat machine. Once again, 2 plates. Wasn't a pretty lift, but I did it anyway. And then to finish it off, plate into 25, like I talked about this morning, what I wanted to do. And I wanted to do a plate into 25, 2 plates in 25 to be exact on that, and I did. Was it pretty? No. I think I did like 6 half reps. So, not, again, not the best thing in the world, but I wanted to try. I at least wanted to try and truly exhaust myself. To really finish it out, I did that pull down machine I was telling you about, isolated, and that felt great. I probably could have done 2 plates, but I just wanted to do a plate in 25 to really concentrate on the muscle. I think I'm gonna start incorporating that from now on. So now we have 4 exercises locked in for back, and it felt great. Shirt came off, had the tank top on, couldn't help it, just it happened. But all in all, I felt pretty good. Hit cardio's complete, sweating profusely, and now we are headed back home. The time, 6:05. 6:05, and we are headed back home. We'll talk about the word of encouragement. Don't worry, worship. An excellent title, a great reminder, as always. That's why I'm so glad that we do this. I'm glad that I started doing this because, once again, to those that tune in, to those that follow along, first of all, I appreciate you. The support truly means a lot. We are almost at 200 subscribers, and I think that's absolutely crazy. But I am beyond thankful for each and every one of you that does tune in, that watches, that follows along, and that is here for the journey. So today we talked about not worrying and worshiping instead. And to use my own personal example, once again, if you guys recall, I'm pretty sure I talked about it. I took a week away from social media besides the pre-planned, pre-drafted videos to keep this momentum going. And then I took a day to fast from food until dinner time. So call it a 24-hour fast. I ate dinner the night before and didn't eat until the following day at dinner time. So call it 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. Now this was in specific prayer for provision, right? I had been worrying about when baby comes. It's no secret, I think to anybody really. Right now, it's a tough time to live. What I mean by that is simply financially, right? You may be blessed with financials where you are covered, you are good, and I'm genuinely glad for you, I'm happy for you. Not to say I'm in a pit per se, but more income would be beneficial, right? Of course, anybody can say that, but take it with a grain of salt. I hope you understand what I'm getting at there. But the matter of fact is, we're gonna have a third baby, and that's a blessing. It's exciting, it's crazy. My responsibility as a husband, a father, is to provide for my family. And to make a long story short, and to make it as simple as possible, some may call it vague, but to make it as simple as possible, the prayer really was just provision. God, I'm praying for provision, and I started to worry about it. So my wife, as she always does, encouraged me, pray about it. Perhaps consider fasting. So I did. Took a week away from social media. Once again, I set a limit to only have enough time to post these videos and the others that are on my social platforms. And then the rest was to be away and to spend time in prayer and worship. And to say that God provided in that time, now, that is true. He did certainly provide, but not only did he provide financially, he provided spiritually, emotionally, mentally. He provided in more ways than I could have asked. And so, to give you a real world example of what Miss Joyce was talking about there, once again, friends, no matter what you're going through, what circumstance you may find yourself in, always depend on the Lord. Always depend on Him, for He will be the one to bring you satisfaction. He will fill that void that you're looking to appease. He will fill that void that you've been aching to fill. Yeah, man. It's really one of those things, I take a minute and kind of sit back because, once again, that's something that I have to continue working on. It's not just a one and done situation. It's not just a one and done, okay, I did it, now we're gonna move on with life. As soon as you fall back into that pit of doom scrolling and doing exactly what you were doing before, the dissatisfaction will sink right back in. You must turn away. You must continue on the path the Lord has set for you. Keep that momentum going. Just as much as we spend time in the lifts, getting after it, locking in, and wanting to better ourselves, so should we be doing the same thing spiritually, right? So a splendid reminder. Splendid reminder. Well, I guess that wraps it up for today. Let's see. Plan this week. We've already done chest, back. So now the next 2 days, arms and legs. Undecided on exactly what days will be when. The next day will obviously be back, or back was today. The next day will be arms, which will be exciting. Very much looking forward to that pump. But after that is legs. I've already said that twice. I'm sorry for repeating myself. I'm trying to figure out exactly what day. It could be tomorrow. I don't think so though. I think it would be Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday. To be determined. Eventually you'll see it. Oh dear. Hello, Bambi. Yeah, to be decided, man. Unsure when the next lift will be. But I think tomorrow will be a rest day. I will say, something I need to get better at is even on my rest days, I need to be doing my cardio, man. I'm missing gains. I'm missing out on losing fat, burning fat on the days that I'm resting and not lifting, but I'm also not doing cardio. Bad times. Bad times. We'll get better. We'll get better. The time is close, friends, for my daughter to arrive. And when that time comes, every lift will be at the home gym for a good amount of time, probably for a month. Every lift will be at the house. Yeah, be about a month. Trying to think. Got a lot to do. Got a lot to do. Well, that is the lift, my friends. That is the day. And now we're pulling back into the house. Say our proper farewells. But I hope you enjoyed today, man. I hope you learned something. As always, appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Almost 200 subscribers. As of today, I'll give you a live update. You ready for this? 193. 193 subscribers. I'm very blessed, very thankful for each and every one of you that has chosen to follow along. Thank you very much. And to those who are watching and have not chosen to follow along, consider it, man. Consider following along. And that's it, man. That's the day. Proud of you. Believe in you. Believe that you can achieve great things. I'll see you on the next one for arms. Peace.